Wow, this movie was uncomfortable to watch. I finally saw 1917. I apologize for not getting this one out, but since I'm not 18, trying to get a review out for a rated R movie is very difficult because I have to go with an adult. And eventually, in a few years, I want to deal with that. But for right now, it's kind of like. Because there's a lot of movies I want to see and I don't get to see. And sometimes, if I do get to see them, I end up seeing them late and things like that. And, so I did, but you got your review for Underwater, Just Mercy, and Spies in Disguise and things like that. Okay, sometimes I make movie reviews late, but at least I get them out to you. I mean, are you really gonna hate on me? Come on, come on. Who's your bro? Who's your daddy? 1917. This movie is set, of course, during the First World War in the year 1917, and this movie is edited and shot like it's one continuous take. Even though it's not. It's obviously not. There's no way that some of these sequences and images and things like that and just some of the effects that they had to do, they could just do in one continuous shot. Almost impossible. But I rarely could tell the editing. I couldn't even tell when there was editing even happening. And that's the best kind of editing. The editing that you don't notice, you don't see it, you don't go, oh, they cut here. You don't see nothing. I couldn't see or tell when they edited stuff. I know it happened. I just can't tell you where. I can't point out an exact point to where they edited something. I cannot tell. It's almost, it is incredible how well edited this movie is. I did think the river, when he jumped down the river, it did not look that great. It's not really, there isn't really a way to spoil this movie, except for the ending, but, and a certain thing that happens with a certain character that I'm not going to say, but when he jumps in that river and you see these dead bodies, the dead bodies look incredibly fake. Like, they didn't look real whatsoever, and you could just tell they were dummies. And the water was, for part of it, that sequence was CGI, and it was not really that convincing. Also, I think there's a little too much silence in this movie. Like, this movie could have been a little bit shorter. I like movies with a lot of silence, but this doesn't really have any talking, and that's when I'm okay with silence. It's a lot of just, I'm zoning out for parts of the movie and then coming back in. So, that's not a good thing. And I was never exactly bored, but I can say I was kind of drifting off a little bit. And then the movie would grab me with some, and I will say the movie made me feel quite uncomfortable. There is quite a bit of gore. This isn't as bad as Hacksaw Ridge. I would say Hacksaw Ridge is like way worse. It is horrific. I can barely stomach watching Hacksaw Ridge. This I almost like threw up once or twice. It's kind of funny because we went to the Grill, the Studio Movie Grill. That's the theater near me, and we had dinner there, and so I ordered like a pizza, popcorn, and a soda, and it's like, nope, I'm not gonna finish eating that because I am going to throw up. So I didn't, and I did get like a box for it to go, but it's just like, gosh. Then you see it's just, and then there's jump scares and there's little things that just make me go, like, I was legitimately scared through many parts of this movie. I flinched. I kind of made like a noise. It was not like fun to watch. And that's a good thing. This is a war movie. It made you feel like you were a soldier in the war because the camera is made to follow these men right behind them as if you're right there with them, and it is incredible. And I think a lot of this could have been better if it had a better score. I think the score is a great score, but you don't hear it enough. Like, there are too many scenes with absolute silence. There's barely any talking, and there's not really much music. Overall, this is probably my favorite movie of the year. But that's not saying much because what I see, Spies in Disguise, which didn't come out this year, Just Mercy, which Yeah, it was good, but could have been a little bit better. Underwater, which is okay. It's kind of a mess of a movie, but I liked it. And this movie. So, three movies that came out this year, and then one movie that came out last year. So, yeah. But what would I give this movie? I'm trying to think. An 8 out of 10 is honestly what I'd give this, because I think there's some areas where they could have cleaned up this movie a little bit more. I do think the performances were quite good, and this was an incredible movie, and you should see this movie right now. If you have it playing near you, do not wait. Do not wait to home video. In fact, I don't even think this movie would work that great at home. I think if you didn't see this in theaters, or if you don't see it in theaters, I should say, it's not going to work as good. It's not going to be as effective. It is horrific. And seeing these things happen on the big screen is what this movie is really made for. And I think this is a great cinematic experience. It's one of my favorite movies of out of the movies I've seen in the last 3 months. That's not saying much, though. I don't know. I actually really like Rise of Skywalker. I know some people didn't. I know I had my problems with it, but I'm a Star Wars fan. I liked it. Calm down. It's Star Wars. I loved it. End of story. It's just, man, I really like this movie, but I just don't. It did make me feel quite uncomfortable, and I think I liked that, but I also didn't in a sense, and so it's just kind of like,